Hey everyone, welcome back to another $5 dinners recipe video. I have two wonderful recipes to share with you with some simple, easy, and inexpensive ingredients. Both of the dinners that I'm going to share with you today cost me $5 and they are one-pan meals. For the first meal, I'm using zucchini, about 2 pounds of russet potatoes, and a pack of vegan sausages. These are Italian sausages and they are from my local Smith's, which is a Kroger company, but I do know Field Roast also makes them. Typically the Field Roast brand is 4 sausages for $5 at my local store, but the store brand is 4 sausages for $3. I like these okay. My husband really enjoys them, so I feel like for these type of meals, when I am making meals for the two of us, I enjoy just trying new things and using things that he really likes. So for the roasted potatoes, I'm going to pop them on a sheet pan with some garlic and Italian seasoning. I did line this with parchment paper, which I probably wouldn't do again because my potatoes stuck a little bit. I would probably next time just do it on a regular pan and then stir them every couple of 5 to 10 minutes while they're in the oven so they don't stick too bad. But you're going to pop them in a 425 degree oven for 25 minutes. At the 25-minute mark, you're going to throw on your zucchini and your sausage, pop it back in for another 15 to 20 minutes, just depending on how well you want your zucchini done. And that's it. You just pull it out of the oven and it's ready to go. These super easy one-pan meals I feel like are so convenient for those busy nights where you just don't want to stand at the stovetop or don't have time to sit and cook. All you have to do is spend about 5 minutes chopping, throw it in a pan, throw it in the oven, and you're good to go. I feel like these meals are also really nice because you can season them any way that your family likes. If you want them spicy or savory or even a little bit sweet, you can swap out the potatoes, the veggies, or even eliminate the sausage altogether. But I really enjoyed this meal. My husband really enjoyed this meal. And it was a lot of food to feed the two of us. I know it would definitely feed a few more people. We did have leftovers, and this is something my husband requested that we make again, especially as we're moving into fall and winter. These are kind of like those thoughtless meals, and we really, really enjoyed this. I topped mine with some hot sauce, and he topped his with some salsa. I know it's not super pretty, it's kind of brown, but welcome to the plant-based world where a lot of food is not exceptionally beautiful. For this next recipe, I'm using some yellow squash, a bag of pasta, and a container of hummus, which the hummus is the most expensive part of this meal. It was $3, and I had an additional coupon, so I got it for $2. You can definitely make your own homemade hummus. That will save you some money, but I decided to go with the store brand because I wanted to make it super easy and super convenient, and I figured for $2, that way I didn't have to buy any tahini, so it was kind of a win in my book. You can use any kind of squash that you like. The original recipe on Pinterest actually calls for butternut squash, but I know that takes a little bit longer to cook, so I went with yellow squash and we really, really liked it. You're supposed to cube it in large cubes, throw it into a baking dish, and then put your pasta and your hummus mixture on top. And this bakes all together in the oven, and it takes about 45 minutes exactly at 450 degrees, and it is so good. It kind of had a very macaroni and cheese vibe. I think it would be super good with homemade hummus, so you can play with the different types of hummus if you'd like. Now, the original recipe did call to put this in a food processor. I would say you don't need to. I did also put a tablespoon of better than bouillon in there as well because that was with the original recipe. I think you could completely eliminate that. It didn't really make a huge difference, I don't feel like, in the flavor. So you're gonna add your hummus and about 2.5 cups of water to a food processor, but like I said, I would kind of eliminate that, and I would probably just go ahead and whisk it with a whisk, like in a bowl. Add your hummus and your water and whisk it. Pour it on top of your pasta and squash, mix it together, pop it in the oven for 45 minutes. Now at the 25-minute mark, I did pull it out and mix it and check it because the recipe does say that if the water is kind of evaporating a little bit, you're going to want to add a little bit more water, but the squash does release water, so I thought it was perfect. Like I said, I did take it out and mix it at about the halfway point, cover it back up and put it back in, and it was perfection. This is a delicious meal, and I feel like it has so many different varieties that you can take it. You can do any kind of sauce, pasta, veggie that you like, and it's one of those meals where you just pop in the oven and you forget about it. It takes you about 2 minutes to put it together, and it was so good. I'll give you a full review with this one because I was super duper impressed. Upon pulling this out of the oven and opening it, I wasn't super impressed at first. I was like, okay, the pasta's cooked. But then I tried it and I was hooked. Yes, it has a very hummus vibe to it, but I just thought of all the different variations and spices you could add to this if you wanted to. The squash was super delicious. You can kind of shred it up if you want to. You can chop it in smaller pieces. I thought it was perfect. I kind of liked it a little bit chunky. It definitely had some really good fall vibes to it. I was imagining this with sweet potatoes and onions and carrots and different types of squash, even pumpkin. So definitely give this a try. It has a very macaroni and cheese vibe to it, but I tried it as soon as it came out of the oven and absolutely loved it. My husband loved it. He did put some cherry tomatoes on top of his, and I put some sun-dried tomatoes on mine. It was just really delicious. And like I said, it's one of those easy, pop it in the oven, forget about it, come back to it kind of meals. And I feel like we all need those kind of in our arsenal from time to time. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you check out some of the playlists down in the description box below. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye-bye.